selfie, we're inviting you here in the Life of Impact to take a selfie, and then we want you to hashtag more than possible. So to your friends, to your family members, to your co-workers, for those of you who are in education, to those of you who are professionals, and just in your family members, in your general circles. We ask that you would go ahead and take a selfie and show that Impact, man, we ain't stiff here at Impact, we get turned. For those of you in 2017, we get lit. We get lit in the Life of Impact. So now, we ask that you would take a selfie again and then put the hashtag more than possible. Amen? So now, at this time, I will ask that you would turn your attention to my left, your right, as we invite Jennifer for our more than possible moment. Amen?
Good morning, Impact. How's everybody doing? Good. Well, today we continue our series, A Possible Moment. And if you'll recall, we are exploring stories about people in our community who are breaking the status quo, who are innovating and doing more than is possible. And by now, you've likely heard that Impact is also embarking on our own More Than Possible Generosity campaign. And our intention is to do more than is possible. We have a vision to serve the broader community by increasing our space, to increase capacity, and also increase the impact of our message. And generosity, as you know, can appear in many different forms: time, talent, and also treasure. And so today, I have the pleasure of being joined here on stage with Cherise and Yarno. And they are going to share with us what happens when you contribute your time, your talent, and your treasure. So, welcome, guys. How you doing?
Great.
Good. So, tell me your story. Let's talk about your story and that possible moment.
Sure. So, my possible moment came through actually a series of really traumatic and life-changing events. In April of 2011, my sister passed away very suddenly and unexpectedly at the age of 42, right in front of me. And several months later, I lost my job and was unemployed for 10 months. And shortly after that, I went through a divorce after being married for 13 years. And then several months after that, my sister's husband passed away, also very suddenly. And then I lost my dog. And then my mother passed away in April of 2014. So in the midst of all of that tragedy, about halfway through all of those events, I just entered into a place of just sheer worship with God and said to God, I can't do this alone, and I need your help, and asked for him to carry me through. And I also made a commitment at that time, before I even started working, that I would turn over my finances, my relationships, my connection with God over to God. And even before I started working, I made a commitment to start tithing 10% on gross income, even before any of my debts were paid off or I knew where the check was coming from. But when I did start working, I did start that journey of tithing, and also have never felt closer to God. And then also met a love that I think is meant for me in that journey. So I met Yarno, and he's all the way from Finland, so I think that's the possible moment there. Not in Atlanta, but the way we met, my sister used to ride motorcycles, and after she passed away, her husband gave me one of her bikes, and I just started riding. That was part of my therapy, and we met actually in January of 2015.
She courted me. That's my story.
Yeah, he's sticky did. After a polar bear ride we met, and so here we are.
Yes. Well, welcome. So the other really interesting thing about their story is that Cherise actually introduced Yarno to Impact. And so during his time here at Impact, while she is sharing her treasure, he decided to share his talent. And so tell us a little bit about the ping pong table and the inspiration behind the ping pong table.
Well, I have a 7-year-old daughter, and she goes to the youth ministry here. And every time I bring her in the mornings over to the youth ministry, I see the teenagers on the other side playing ping pong. and they just seem to love it. You know, they're constantly playing and etc. And that previous ping pong table seemed to, you know, have its last legs. It looked pretty rough. And I asked some of the staff members of, hey, can I help you guys out? You know, I got some talents. I can build you something. They said, yeah. But it lasted about a half a year. I said, okay, that's my mission. My heart said that I want to build something for the youth at Impact, something that would be robust. So I got a wood shop in my basement and put my skills to work and built a ping pong table for them, and now you can stand on it. Hopefully it lasts for more than a year. But, yeah.
Well, thank you, Jarno.
And
so, Jarno, is there anything else that you'd like to share about your story?
well, yes. If you really look at it, the ping pong table is a very small thing, and if we look at, you know, if we look at all of us, if we all give a whole lot of small things, it comes into something big. So that's just the thing I like to share. And I like to thank Charisse to bringing me to Impact, because this is it got me closer to God. And thank you for loving me. She's the love of my life, my best friend, and she loves my daughter as her own. So that's the main thing. And since we're at Impact here, Charisse, Rose Chisholm, I love you very much. Would you marry me? Which finger is it?
That was so hard to hold, I gotta tell you. So, congratulations. This is so awesome. Full circle is what I will say in this moment. And I just pray that God continues to work in both of your lives. Seriously. Congratulations.
Thank you, Impact.
We talked about a mic drop earlier. So if you now please turn your attention to the video screens for more information about More Than Possible. Our beloved Judge Willie J. Lovett has an appearance in this video, which makes it all the more special because he truly cared about Impact and its vision. So as you're watching this video, if you would just please also reflect on his life and legacy.